Okay, I did a little work on my bike here. I removed the 3 sprockets that were up front, and I removed the derailleur. I got a 41 tooth aluminum sprocket to replace it, the 3. The 3 that came with this bike, this is an entry-level Marin. I'm not sure exactly what the model is, but it's just your basic commuter style bike. Right. Wasn't very expensive. Anyways, I hated those 3 front sprockets. I never used the tiny one, which was more what you would find on a mountain bike. This is a 700C street type wheel, and so that little sprocket was pretty much useless, and then the other 2, shifting was I could never get it right. It was just a big pain. So this 41 tooth is in between the 2, the middle one and the larger one. The larger one was like a 46 tooth, and the middle one was like a 36. This is a 41, and you can see the chain line there. Looks pretty good. I mounted it on the inside of the crank arm. Instead of, normally the outer sprocket would go here on this side, but I tried that and the chain line was just way too out of skew because I want to use all of the rear sprockets. So I mounted it this way, and I put some thread locker blue on these bolts, so that acts as a lock ring, anti-vibration, that kind of stuff. So hopefully that will hold. I won't get stranded somewhere. And I also switched out the rear derailleur and the rear freewheel. So I used to have an Acera derailleur on here, and I switched it to a Claris because the old one was getting a little worn. This is like the next step up from the Acera. It's not, you know, high-end Shimano stuff, but it's better than the Acera, and I'm not going to put a lot of money in this bike because it's a cheap bike anyways. I mean, it's a nice bike, but I don't want to go pouring 105 components or Ultegra on this bike. There's just no need for that. This is a 7-speed freewheel Shimano. It came with a 7-speed, but the highest gear was a 14 tooth, so I wanted to get the highest gear I could out of the rear, so I got they make another 7-speed with a 13 tooth on the rear, and that's what this is. Let's see, so 13 and a 41 should be a pretty decent high gear for commuting and street use. This thing I just stuck on and pretty much just did a little bit of an adjustment, and it shifts no problem perfectly. This right here is a jump guard. Let's see, jump stop guard. Jump stop. And it's not a derailleur. It just keeps, just in case you're shifting and your chain jumps a little bit, this will hopefully keep it on. I may have to adjust it. That's where I put it for now. Hopefully that won't happen too much, but so let me crank this thing up here. This thing will really coast. It's got some pretty decent hubs. They're sealed bearings. But it'll go on like this for 5 minutes. Anyways, let's Let's see if I can. I'm not going to be able to shift because I only got one hand to hold my phone. Anyways. Shifts like butter. For now, anywho.